Mike Zeroh one can't handle the truth.
You're a cheat and a swindler. That's what you are. How can you do a thing like this?
I am authorized to assure you these rumors are based on hysteria and are absolutely false. I repeat, these rumors are absolutely false.
Welcome back, and thank you for joining me once again as I take another look behind the relentless lies of Mike Zeroh. To be honest, I wouldn't normally put out another video so soon after my last one. There is no real point, as all Zeroh topics follow the same ground rules. For example, someone has been let go, Kathleen Kennedy has upset Disney, someone has done another interview, another trilogy has been written, or someone is going to change things within the Star Wars universe that really don't need changing at all. But this caught my attention, and again I think it highlights how much Zeroh is insistent about making you, the viewer, think everything he is telling you is the truth, and yet time reveals the truth a little too late. Today we take a look at the Disney Plus show, Andor. If you watched Andor, like me, I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed the show and found it refreshing that a show based within the Star Wars universe didn't really need to rely on member berries and MacGuffins to drive the show along. Everything within the show made it feel lived in, the things people used and the people themselves had purpose, and weren't just there for reasons that were never explained or covered in some way, shape or form. It was well written, well shot, had some great set pieces that caused tension as each story arc played out. And lastly, it also had some great acting from not only from what most would class as side characters, but the main characters too, notably Andy Serkis and Stellan Skarsgård. But the show didn't gel with everyone, so if you didn't like or watch the show, that's your prerogative as a fan, so please, if you have a view on the show, then by all means have your say, but this isn't going to be about the whys and wherefores of Andor, but more about what Zeroh's leaks and use of misinformation had to say about it.
What really worries me involves a specific Star Wars project. We're going to dive deep into this and how it's going to have a major impact on the original trilogy movies in a specific way that a lot of fans are going to be a little bit of a mixed bag over. A lot of fans are going to have different opinions on this once this actual project drops in 2022.
Again, as with all Zeroh videos, his mouth is moving, but he isn't telling you anything at all. I think I said this in another of my videos, but he is basically using filler. Because his videos are so weak in terms of real content, he fleshes them out with rambles using the same words over and over, when he could have just said what he's going to say next.
Yes, we're talking about the Andor TV series and exactly what's going on with the project and how it's going to have a massive role in how we perceive a specific character.
Once again, instead of just saying who the character is, he then goes off on another ramble about how John and Dave are working on different projects for fans all around the world. He has to hit the beats, but he also has to inject as many buzzwords in algorithm crunching sentences to ensure he is right up in your face when it comes to what YouTube thinks you want to watch.
However, it's described that one TV series that is described to create a massive impact on the original trilogy movies that will retcon many aspects of Star Wars A New Hope, as well as the character Darth Vader. That very TV show is the Andor series that is actually currently filming right now. Now, it's described that the Andor series that is set to release next year will also include a major scene with Darth Vader that is going to provide a retcon to the character. However, this retcon is described to be very controversial among the choices made for how it will be told and exactly what it will entail.
Zeroh is going full tilt now and is all in on something that he feels is truly going to happen in this show, but of course we all know different, those who have watched it. And frankly, I find this stuff hilarious.
The Andor series is set to also create more retcons related to the original trilogy movies that are defined also as a controversial addition to Star Wars, based on how the story is being handled overall. Now, further, it's said that this series will make fans view Vader in a very different way for the original trilogy, and that many unexpected characters are set to return that will carry the storytelling of this major retcon in the show, that will create a ripple effect with the original trilogy movies. Now, it's best described that a section of Darth Vader's past life that is yet to be inserted into the canon will surface in the Andor series. The Andor series is best described to hold a series of controversial retcons to the Star Wars universe and to the overall Star Wars fandom.
So they're going to put some major retcons into the Andor show that will somehow impact the originals and make you view Darth Vader in a whole new light.
Yes, I'm excited about some aspects of it because there is going to be some Darth Vader aspects in the show. But this is what worries me, is the fact that these retcons that they are creating, not just for the original trilogy movies, but also for the character of Vader, is labeled as a controversial retcon. A type of retcon that's going to create a divide between the fandom once more. Now, we're not quite sure specifically what the retcon entails, but it will entail something to do with Vader's past that has yet to be revealed. That's going to make us view Vader in a very different light during the Andor series and during the original trilogy movies. And it's going to dive deeper into secrets about Vader and secrets about the Empire and the Sith and more. That's going to be a little bit of a side story in there based on the leaks that we've discussed before in the past.
Not only is he bringing you fake news yet again, but I think he's trying to get into the Guinness Book of World Records for using the word controversial as many times as he can in 9 minutes. I'm not going any further with his video because he goes off on one using buzzwords and mentions John, George and Dave, controversial, and retcon so many times, it was making my ears bleed. But needless to say, I think I can rest assured that he once again has proved that he knows absolutely nothing when it comes to Star Wars, and this is all more of the same from Zeroh. It's just absolute clickbait nonsense. Every video Zeroh comes out with is a lie and people need to wake up, and for those who are awake they need to help those who aren't. He has no sources, he has no insight into the inner workings of Disney or Lucasfilm. He isn't privy to storyboards, artwork, plot devices, interviews by Lucas or Disney representatives, stars past or present, and what goes on in meetings behind closed doors. He has no interest in reviewing shows or talking about real shows. But what he is happy to do is put his fan fiction into a meat grinder, turn the handle a good few times and then read what comes out the other end. Well, that's all I have for this little insight into another block of lies from Zeroh, so until the next time, thanks for watching and I'll see you again soon.